Welcome to our Book Day with You session, episode 142, and the place the best book recommend to you. And today, as you see, that we have our author, Mr. Michael Ong. Hi, say hi. So
I
right here, we were going to talk about this book. Yes, the nutrient density starts in soil. And definitely, this is such a great book to read because it helps you to understand how healthier soil produces healthier food for all of us. So, let me introduce Michael to you before we start the session. Okay. So, Michael trained in holistic management under Brian Welberg in Australia. With an engineering background, he applies a system thinking approach to agriculture. He also founded and manages Ozotech Malaysia, a cooling tower engineering business. And Michael is a founder of Regenerative Farmers Malaysia and the president of Malaysia's National Regenerative Farming Association. He established Malaysia's first pasture-raised poultry farm in Kuala Kangsar, Perak. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much, Joyce, for having me here.
So, first of all, before we dive into the sharing of the book, I want to congrats you that Regenerative Farming Malaysia got certified humane by the Humane Farm Animal Care. This is such a big milestone. Can you share with us more about this certification?
Uh, Thanks a lot, Joyce. Okay, good morning to you. Yes, regarding this humane certification and all that, we actually advocate farmers to get it certified in a way that it has its benefits that they will come and audit the farms and all that, and then they will make sure that all the animals that are produced or that are in your care are well treated, uh, and space that are required, and also the food, the feed, and all that.
Mm.
So these actually are part of regenerative agriculture practices as well. That is, we want to make sure good agriculture practices not only in a way that you produce food, taking care of the soil, but also the animals as well, the livestock.
Yeah, so so important. Okay, because like since we are talking about this, because I thought I want to ask you the previous question. Since we talk about the livestock, I
Mm,
remember I visited your farm before, and I definitely can see a lot of chickens over there. So when we talk about, and I'm definitely a fans of eggs, then you have the
mm,
pasture raised egg. And this
mm,
pasture raised eggs, I remember you have a tray, it's
mm,
10 per tray, and you sell at 15 ringgit Malaysia. So which means that is 1 ringgit and 50 cent per egg. All
yes,
right.
correct.
And say compared to the conventional egg that we can see in the supermarket, we buy from the supermarket,
Mm,
it's 50 cent. It's about
mm,
three times the price. Can you share with
mm,
us like how what is so valuable about pasture raised egg and also how you communicate this I would say this information or the value to your potential customer?
Okay, great question there.
Mm,
So, the thing is that pasture-raised eggs, basically the chickens are, outside in the environment, and
mm,
they pasture on healthy ground. Pasturing on healthy ground, as you know, you have very high in terms of phytonutrients. They can
mm,
pasture for bugs, insects, and also worms. And
mm.
also they get plenty of vitamin D as well. So
Yeah.
how this goes to the quality of the eggs is basically we were quite skeptical initially when I started doing this.
Mm,
And what I did is I did a CO egg. That means that send the eggs basically for testing, certificate of analysis. And a couple of times, sometimes we find up to 6 to 12 times in terms of high in terms of nutrient density. So it's like taking one pasture raised eggs compared to six conventional eggs in terms of nutrient density. So
Wow.
that is why the uh, value is there. And as
Mm,
from here, as you can see, the soil is actually the basis of everything
mm.
that is producing how the hens are producing those high quality nutrient dense eggs. Yeah.
I remember you wrote in your book because definitely you get a lot of data from the certified lab that you send all these
Mm,
things. The omega-3 is the one very fascinating. It's like
mm,
omega-3 is 6 to 8 times more. Definitely the times how
mm.
many times more will be depending to the batch sometimes. But this one is
Yes.
definitely I see that. And also the vitamin D, and also you wrote down there are also the vitamin E content, which is twice as
Mm,
much as compared to the conventional one. I think that
mm,
really, really can see the value inside one simple egg. And remember, I
mm.
eat your egg, the egg from your farm. It's so the taste is different. First of all, if we talk about taste, I remember you shared with us that you actually feed the chicken with some plants. For example, some papaya, right? From your farm.
Yes. Yes.
So that they
Yes.
actually, in the egg, they have some different egg flavor. That's
Mm,
very, very interesting to know that. And what else you feed your chicken?
mm. Okay, once in a while we have actually planted some papayas and also there is one they call it the ketum ayam that is very
Mm,
high in terms of protein. So we give
yeah.
them that as well. We give them papaya leaves, we give them
Mm,
papaya, we give them the seeds as well. Excuse me, the papaya seeds as well. The papaya seeds in a way that is a natural dewormer. And also, once a week, we will give them papaya leaves as well. So the variety, not only from the pasture, but also the substitutes that we give them, are actually helping them in terms of their health, in terms of their immunity, and in terms of the quality of the eggs. Yeah. So those are
because
very
I see.
important, the diversity of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I see that the flavor is one very very fun thing, and definitely we want to feed the chicken with as
Mm,
natural as possible, right? We don't want to
mm,
feed them with all the brain supplementation only. All right, so we will circle back to the topic about today book, right? You wrote down a sentence at the back of the book. If you still
mm,
remember, it's in a
mm,
very fine print. And
mhm,
I want to highlight this sentence out. Is Malaysia
mm,
is facing a rising burden of diet-related diseases.
mm,
You see, in the modern world right now, we are definitely facing a lot of health challenges
mm,
from across the world right now. So, and the modern society right now is trying to promote more supplements, more protein shakes, more protein bars, and meal replacement. Look at that. Our grandfather time, right? They don't have supplement, they don't have protein shake. They are eating real wholesome food. And that is a very big difference compared to our generation right now. We are like promoting all the supplements, and we forget to ask these very important questions. That is, what makes us deplete of the nutrient? And that bring me the most important questions you asked in the book. I remember you asked in the book, this one is that
mm.
what if we have been solving the wrong problem? This is the most profound questions you ask from the book. I'm like, wow, really opens my mind into thinking what is the difference between our last generation, our grandparents, and right now. So, can you share more with us? Like this question you ask yourself, and then what brings you to do what you do right now?
Okay, Joyce, I grew up in the farm basically when I was small at the time, and I was doing farming together with my uncles and my dad as well. And during that time, we do not buy any fertilizer. I came from a farm which we rear pigs, we have ducks, we have chickens. And we just
Mm,
use the what you call that livestock manure, actually, to plant our vegetables, our fruit trees, and all that. We don't purchase any synthetic fertilizers or any,
mm,
Baja organic
yeah.
fertilizers as well. So that comes actually to me when I started my durian plantation, the time where I start purchasing synthetic fertilizers, keep
Mm,
spraying chemicals and all that. So one thing leads to another is that during the observation, you can see there's no worms in the soil. The biodiversity starts to dwindle in terms of the
mm,
insects presence, the birds and all that. So this actually tells you something that the biology on top of the ground and below the ground is actually not working anymore.
yeah.
Um, when I do deeper research and all that and look into regenerative agriculture,
Mm,
basically regenerative agriculture is looking at the biology, not on the top only, but at the bottom, that is the soil, that is to
mm,
produce the food or the plants which are healthy through the microorganisms secreting all the nutrients back to the plants and how the animals basically graze on those high phytonutrients, grass and pasture, and they get the goodness out of it as well. And we as humans, when we consume all these livestock and also the plants, we in return basically get all the nutrients back to our
mm,
body. So coming back to the industrial agriculture and all that we have currently is that the nutrient level in our foods starts to go down when the
yeah.
biology in the soil starts to dwindle, starts to go down as well. So as you look back at all this is actually started at the soil. So
Mm.
that is why I came up with this book, basically nutrient density starts in the soil. So the whole basis of not only environment but human health and also animal health basically starts in the soil. Yeah.
You already say what I want to say. There's one very profound statement.
Excuse me.
Michael wrote,
Mm,
everything begins with soil, not the dirt
mm,
soil, but the living soil. And this brings
yes.
me to this one, I remember I visited your farm and thanks
Mm,
for hosting me back last year. And when I stepped into your farm, that this thing I never told you before. This is the first time I tell you. It's like I can smell something. And the smell is not the
mm,
poo from a chicken or what. It's actually, I can smell like some sweet smell from your farm. And the smell also feel like, like a forest after
mm,
the rain. Then you can smell that kind of earthy
mm,
smell, that kind of smell, which is the healthy soil smell. And then
mm,
like just now what you share, that the conventional farming they actually depletes the soil. And can you share with us
mm,
that what is the difference that you can see that when you because in your book you write a lot on very practical way how to help the farmers to assess the soil. You even write a very, very detailed
mm,
chapter on the particular part. But now you do not need to
mm.
share the whole thing, but you just share with us like what is the difference with the conventional farming that you can see, like the soil is like practically very depleted. And
Mm.
then with the soil that you are generating, I can see the worms over there, and it's very lively, very healthy. What is the difference?
Okay, Joyce, the difference is basically when we study holistic management, we need to do a lot of observation.
Mm,
Okay. The observation actually we do when we do good agriculture practices is that we can see the biodiversity starts to come back again.
yeah.
Biodiversity in terms of you can see the birds start coming back to your farm, the insects start coming back, the bees the ladybugs, the what you call that, the butterflies,
Yes.
dragonflies and all that, they start to come back. So when they are back, actually they are there to have a purpose, a job for them to do. So that is when you can see the magic happens you start to, have less pests on your plants. Okay.
Mm.
And you can see basically the what you call that, the plants are thriving better, the pasture are greener, and the animals or the livestock that are there in your farm basically are much more healthier. You know,
Mm.
you can feel it. I think when you go to the farm, you can see the chickens and all that, how happy they are, the livestock and all that. So basically, once the biodiversity is in, you bring down actually the cortisol level as well in the animals, which are going to produce you good, healthy meat and eggs as well. So from there, this actually already indicates that your soil health is getting better and better. Uh,
Yeah.
this is what I say on what you call that. We do not need to actually spend a lot of money. Actually, let nature do itself. And when we do agriculture, we just need to mimic nature. Simple as that. Yeah. I would like to put everything as simple as possible so that people can follow, people can do it. Yeah. In a way that it does not require much effort and also inputs. Yeah.
When I read your book, I feel like I want to start a small little farm at my house. A small little space. My mom is planting some vegetable as well.
Mm,
So I'm thinking, wait, can I plant some vegetable with all the tactics that you teach in the book? So practical. And then when you
mm,
talk about biodiversity, I'm very big fans of nature because
mm,
we are the nature. We are together in the nature
mm,
together with all the biodiversity, like
mm,
when you say about the worms, the ladybugs, I can see the ladybugs is around. So
mm,
we can see the chicken, we have see the worms, and we can see, I remember dragonfly.
mm,
Dragonfly is all over around your farm. And then I want
mm,
to highlight this very important thing is, let me think. Something crossed my mind just now. When we talk about the in your farm, yeah, that time when I can smell the sweetness from the farm, I do not
mm,
know what is that. So I want to find more. Before I get to find, I already read your book. Your book, right, about this one. It's actually the scent comes from a very beneficial bacteria. It's called actimycin
mm,
actimi- actinomycin. And this
mm,
one, the beneficial bacteria that can actually produce the geosmin. So
mm,
this is the one that can cause the sweet smell of that, which I feel
mm,
like, wow. Scientifically, I'm a science student, Michael, you too. So we dive into, I want to know why there's a different smell, right? Until I read your book, I got the answer.
mm,
And then we
mm,
come back to this topic is we shift gear a little bit, talk about. I remember in our private conversation, we talk about collaboration. In your
mm,
book, also you write down, you talk about collaboration with university and also some solo operators. So,
mm,
what are your current collaboration with them? And then in the future, what kind of
mm.
collaboration that you would love to, you're looking forward and with whom? Share more with us.
Okay. Currently, we are collaborating with a few universities, such as like UMK, University Malaysia Kelantan, which they
Mm.
have their pasture-raised chicken program there, which they are testing the soil as well, the beneficial of pasture-raised, testing the soil and also the what you call that, chicken meat profile and all that. So, and also we are working with UCSI as well. As you know, UCSI has this nutrition courses and all that, which they're going to integrate with agriculture as well, which
Yeah.
is, I feel, that is very, very relevant. Very relevant. And also we are working with the ministry as well in terms of food security. How can we use regenerative agriculture as one of the agriculture practices which farmers can adopt or the youth can adopt for to but as a livelihood, and also we are trying actually to move this into a rural area so that the youth basically will stay there, to make a living from regenerative agriculture and make use of the fertile land that we have here in Malaysia, then going to the cities to work. So this will be actually one of the food security as well for our country as well. And also the reduce the dependency of external inputs such as fertilizers or chemicals and all that. Yeah, so those are the things actually we are moving, and also not to forget that education is very important. So we are coming out with syllabus and all that for educating people on how to do regenerative agriculture. Okay.
Mm.
And also, not only that, but also to educate people in terms of eating well, know how to choose your food wisely, by knowing your farmers. Those are very, very important as well, which I think most of our people has already detached themselves from, how chickens are produced, how vegetables are grown, so those are the things that we need to bring people in together and know where and how to choose their food. Yeah.
Like what you say, a lot of people detach them from the food they can see, and then they do not know how the food is bringing to their table. The
Mm,
children right now, they see chicken. They see chicken
mm,
as a chicken on the table, right?
mm,
They don't see the chicken running around in the farm. So they
mm,
practically never see a chicken running in the farm before until they go to the farm or any, I don't know, maybe they have a small little um, sanctuary farm that they show the children
mm,
how the chicken look like. So they
mm,
never see before. So that's the reason why I found that very important for us to know, to have that education, to create the awareness, how we can know
mm,
our our food, where it comes from. That's why it's so important. We say nutrient density start in the soil. Everything comes
mm,
from the soil, the biodiversity from there, and we can see the worms and all the nutrients from there, especially mineral. Because
mm,
because I'm a food scientist, back then in my master degree, I do a lot of research about
mm,
nutrient in plant.
mm,
Look at that. If we go back to about 20 years ago, 10 years ago, the nutrient in the particular plant or the vegetable is so different from the vegetable, the same type of vegetable that we can see right here, right now in our society, because the
mm,
nutrient is depleted. And then it looks like we have to eat so much more to get that particular mineral into our body. And we all somehow, in some way, we deplete a lot of mineral in our body, which is definitely not good. And we need to take a lot of
mm,
different supplements to supplement ourselves that we can
mm.
actually go back to the soil. That is the big part of that. And just now when you talk, I actually write down something. Yeah. So Michael, maybe you want to share with us, like in the future, what plan do you have? What kind of collaboration that you are looking forward with?
A kind of collaboration in a way that we can scale this thing into something that is bigger, not only in terms of producing food, but also collaboration in a way like what we are doing with universities to get the students basically involved and to know about regenerative agriculture, which they can, use it, and they can, what you call that, promote it while they are in the what call that workforce. So those are the things that are very, very important, which we have to teach the young ones, because they are the one that is going to inherit the land and inherit to what you call that, to make things better in a way
Yeah.
that, as you know, to know the source of the problem. To
Mm.
know the source of the problem rather than, treating the symptoms and all that. So not only we want on the agriculture side, we also working on the veterinary side as well, the animal side
Okay.
as well. So those are
Yeah.
important as well. And also we are going trying to look for people to collaborate on also the planetary health as well. So all these basically are very wide scope in terms of regenerative agriculture and holistic management. So as you know, we are the environment at the end of the day,
Yes.
as you said, which I really, really agree on that. So yeah, not looking at one perspective on the agriculture side as well only, but as looking things as a whole at the end of the day. So the collaboration basically comes from different parties, which actually have ties to our food system,
Mm,
our planetary health,
mm.
and also in what you call that the human health and livestock health as well. Yeah.
Yes, I think this is one step at a time. There are a lot to look into.
Mm,
Yeah, and this is because I remember you shared with me last time is like it's just about 5 years, right? Since the time that you start,
mm,
is that after COVID, you start this regenerative farm. So in
yes.
5 years, you have such achievement. It's really, really fascinating to see
Mm,
how you have the six chicken. I remember your six chicken. Start with the
yeah.
six
Grow from
chicken.
the six, yeah, which I bought from
Yeah,
the pet shop.
six.
Yeah.
Six until now, hundreds of that. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, this is such a big one. So
Mm,
now, if the customer, okay, right now, you see, you have one statement in the book, and I
mm,
definitely 1000% agree with that. I want to read through this one. Without conscious consumers, regenerative farmers
mm,
cannot survive economically. Without
mm,
regenerative farmers, conscious consumers cannot access the food they want.
mm.
This is such a important question. It's the statement to say that we are interconnected with
Yes.
each other. And right now, look at that. It's like now they listen until now is almost 20 minutes that they know that, yes, I'm very, very interested to know more about regenerative farming. And then they want to, the consumer right now want to support regenerative farming. Tell us the ways how we all, public, can
Mm.
support regenerative farming.
Okay, from this, basically, I just launched the Persatuan Pertanian Regenerative Malaysia. That is the first regenerative
Yay.
association, farmers
Mm,
association in Malaysia. So we are getting all the farmers. Basically, it's founded by 16 founding members, which
mm,
consists of professors, doctors, yeah, medical doctors as well, and not only farmers. So we are growing in the way that we want people to join the association as well, so that they get to know the farmers and they get to know how we do good agriculture practices, where to get the producers and all that. And also
mm.
right now we are conducting webinar, free webinar every 3 months once for the participants. And also sometimes we open it up to the public as well. So those I think which is very important in the way that we get people to aware that there is such a movement going on, which they can get the informations besides from my content creation and
Yeah.
also my book as well. So
Mm.
as you know, I think you know from me from the contents which I'm doing, and I'm putting out a lot of contents basically to educate people. So those are the things that I think social media plays a very, very important role these days, which everybody and holding a phone, scrolling and all that, so they can learn a lot basically, not only by entertainment, but also from informations about their food, about their environment, about agriculture as well. So I feel those are the things that they can get the informations from. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. And since we talk about this, like where they can check with your social media, what is the title of your Facebook and
Oh, my
Instagram?
Facebook is Regenerative Farmers Malaysia. From there,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can.
connect to my Instagram and all that. Yeah.
Yes, you
So
see that
there's
from your background Zoom. It's
yeah,
Regenerative Farmers Malaysia. So you
yeah.
just type in there. You can directly check on all the information,
Mm,
videos. There, Michael put in like looks like every single day or every 2 days once is
mm,
like videos I can scroll through and learn a small little chunk and see how fun the farm is over there, right there.
Mm,
So yeah, if let's say the consumer want, if they're living in Malaysia, somewhere
mm,
near around your area, or
mm.
just in Peninsula Malaysia, how they can actually buy from you.
They can actually from my Facebook, there's a phone number. You can just
Mm.
WhatsApp the phone number and all that. Uh, yeah, you can just pre-order the chicken or the coconuts or the eggs from that number as well. And we'll be connecting you to other farmers as well if you need other producers as well, such like corn, papayas or other fruits as well or vegetables as well. So yeah, so that is how you can get your produce of regenerative food from RFM and also the group of farmers from PPRM, Persatuan Pertanian Regenerative Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is such a great place for you. Get a call, then check it out and taste the
Mm.
egg, taste the chicken if you are eating chicken. Yes, go ahead and connect with Michael. And then we cannot finish this sharing without asking a why. Why you do regenerative farming and why you write this book. Mm,
Okay, why I started regenerative farming, I think is basically more on looking at my dad. My dad
yeah,
is basically having a very bad skin problem right now due to the constant spraying of agrochemicals for many, many years. So that actually strikes me when during COVID, everybody is sitting down at home. I think you also, myself,
yeah.
doing nothing. And we ask
Mhm.
ourselves why, I ask myself why what you call that agriculture has to be in this manner. Is there any other way and all that? Then I started doing research, started looking at like people like Gabe Brown, Joe Salatin and all that, how they do regenerative agriculture, and started to learn about soil from Ray Archuleta. Then then I was so curious and enrolled myself, went to Australia for a course with Brian Wilbur on holistic management. And I was fortunate enough to stay with some of the participants that is from the course, and they have farms. So looking
Mm,
at how they do things, their agriculture practices and all that, running 1,000 acres farm, 100 acres farm by just, a couple of husband and wife, two of them running 120 acres, So it actually blew my mind why agriculture has to be so difficult, but they are doing it, yeah, in such a easy way and also a joyful way by applying holistic management into their practices. So that is how I started in regenerative agriculture over here in Malaysia, and I feel that once I was, successful and all that, I should share this to the public. And last year, I started writing my book and I launched my book early this year so that more people will actually have the chance to, experience and learn about regenerative agriculture. Yeah.
yeah. I have a signed copy from Michael. We meet up somewhere around this year, May. So
Yeah.
he passed the book to me with a signed copy. I'm so glad to have that. So before
Uh,
we wrap up, I want to invite Michael to read the last paragraph of the book, which is I can feel so profound that this paragraph to every one of us,
mm.
whether you are the farmers, you are the consumer, you are the policymaker, educator, whoever you are. And then I hope all the listeners, before you get this book on your hand, and please, that you can always listen to Michael for this paragraph first. Please share.
Okay, thanks, Joyce. Every plate of food connects back to the soil. Every farmer who rebuilds that soil is choosing a more demanding path today so the land can sustain tomorrow. Every consumer, educator, researcher, and policy maker who supports that choice makes the journey easier. The book started with soil, it ends with you. Nutrient density doesn't start in the soil, it starts with the decisions to care about what is in the the soil, what grows from it, and who it feeds.
Mm.
Make your vision so strong that your fears become irrelevant. This quote, make your vision so strong that your fears become irrelevant, is from my mentor and also my educator, Brian Wilbur. Yeah, I thank a lot actually to him for teaching me about holistic management. So, yeah, thank you very much.
You see, we have a ripple effects from one person to another person and then to another much more people in our until our next generation. I believe so. Because I
Mm,
believe the ripple effect that we can have right now, right here, with all the things that we are doing right now. So thank you
mm.
so much, Michael, for your time. And I appreciate so much. So for all the listeners, please get the book on your hand, so and then read up and go and support the pasture raised egg that you will definitely want to consume again and again before. Okay, we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.